Hello friends, it's an honor to welcome you once again to Rick's Garage. What you see before you on my bench is a big mess. It's a whole bunch of tools I have to put away. If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I'm retired now. I only work on friends and family's cars. All my tools are in my little home shop here. From time to time I get called out on the road. There might be a friend or a family member who's stuck somewhere, or I have to go to somebody's house to work on their car. And it's always a pain in the neck to pull out my tools. If you know my channel, you know I keep my tools well organized, everything at my fingertips. Now all these tools have to be put away. I just had them all pulled out because I had to go to a relative's house to work on their car. And then when you get home, you got this big mess you spread out on the bench. You have to put the tools away. So what this video is about today is I'm putting together a little emergency toolkit so that I don't have to disrupt all my good tools. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what I've got here is an old toolbox I found laying around. And what I've done, the first thing I put in is an old hacksaw, a few rags here. And I went down to AutoZone and I bought a very expensive metric socket set. Inexpensive deep socket set. These sets were like 14 bucks each. And a very cheap metric wrench set. I've had an extra old ratchet laying around. I had a couple of old extensions. Over the years I've got a lot of duplicate tools, so I put that in there. An old hammer, a chisel, an extra vice grip that I had. I've got like 10 pairs of vice grips. An adjustable. This is a cheap needle nose I picked up at Ocean State Job Lot. It's not up to my standard, but for a cheap little set to go on the road with, it's fine. A couple of cutting tools, an old water pump pliers I had hanging around, a couple of old screwdrivers, an old pair of pliers, a punch. This is a pair of safety glasses, and I've got a light here that'll come in handy. Also it has like a little emergency flash. So this was a cheap thing I picked up at Ocean State Job Lot. Like I say, it's not up to my standard, but for a cheap thing in an emergency toolkit, it's fine. So I got that in there. I've also got an obsolete OB2 code reader. I've got a couple of code readers. This is an extra one, so I'm keeping that in there. And I didn't go much with any standard tools, but some of the smaller sizes you still come in handy. I didn't waste my money on buying a SAE socket sets. Unless you're working on a 55 Chevy, you really don't need them anymore, but some of the smaller sizes come in handy, so I picked up some of them to put in there. Those are duplicates I had. Little tool for cleaning battery terminals. A lot of times when you go out on the road for a car that won't start, it's just a loose or corroded battery terminal. So I've got that in there. So it's a nice little kit, and I'm going to keep it all together. So when I get called out on the road, I just grab this box and go. Friends, the other couple of things I want to show you is an aluminum service jack that I use for going out on the road. It's got a handle, it's very light, it's easy for me to carry. As much as I love my Daytona 3-ton jacks, they're just too heavy to bring out on the road. I'm going to be 68 this year. I just can't lift these things around. So these are confined to use in the garage these days. And this little Pittsburgh aluminum jack is just perfect for going out on the road. The other thing is a cheap cable set, booster cables. Those I can quickly grab. They're in a nice little case, and I leave my nice expensive service cables here in the garage. So friends, whenever I get a road call these days, which isn't too often now that I'm retired, but when I do get one, I just grab my little jumper cables and my little toolbox you just saw me put together, my little 2-ton aluminum floor jack, and I'm off on the road, and I'm not disrupting any of my tools that I work so hard to organize and keep organized. So that's all I've got, folks. Just want to thank you for watching Rick's Garage once again. Before I go, I'm going to post 2 videos to your left. If you find them of interest, certainly feel free to click on one or the other. And to your right will be my avatar in the form of my trusty German Shepherd named Hi-Ho. Geez, I just gave away all my passwords now. Well, anyway, yeah, feel free to click on Hi-Ho the German Shepherd if you wish to subscribe. So thanks once again for watching, and we hope to see you again really, really soon. And if there are any hackers out there, just forget my dog's name is Hi-Ho.